This is a short video explaining the background and aims of Polifonia's CHILD pilot and how it could be of interest to members of the stakeholder network. I'm Helen Barlow, a music historian in the music department of the Open University. As well as being a researcher on the CHILD pilot, I am a researcher on the OU's Listening Experience Database project, which forms the foundation of CHILD. The Listening Experience Database was founded to fill a gap in musicological research. Music scholars had noted that while music history typically focused on areas such as repertoire, performance and the social contexts of music, hardly any research existed on the musical experiences and responses of historical listeners, and particularly what we might call the everyday musical experiences of ordinary people. The scholars who noted this also pointed out that the problem lay in the difficulty of finding evidence of how people had responded to music in the past, particularly of finding it in any quantity. It was scattered across a range of sources, many of which were not typically used by musicologists. So the Listening Experience Database was designed as a repository for that evidence, and we set about gathering it from public domain sources such as biographies, memoirs, travel writing and published letters. The Listening Experience Database is natively implemented as linked data and supports several content management functionalities such as content authoring, review, reconciliation and faceted search. The system also supports linked data reuse. Reused datasets include, for example, Wikipedia and the British National Bibliography, BNB. The database accepts contributions from research groups in humanities as well as the crowdsourcing community via a supervised data management workflow to guarantee high-quality content. At the time of writing, the LED database contains around 12,000 listening experience records, which are contributed by both the project curators and crowdsourced by external volunteers. The LED team became particularly interested in the problem of how to recover the experiences of the kinds of people who tended not to leave much first-hand written evidence. Part of the project focused on working-class musical experience, for example. CHILD is an extension of that effort, an attempt to uncover evidence of the musical experiences of a section of the population whose historical traces are particularly hard to follow. The pilot will build a knowledge graph of the historical experience of music in childhood, using life writing, that is letters, diaries, memoirs, travel writing, and other historical texts as sources for adult reflections on music heard in childhood, third-party observations on children's engagement with music, and children's own first-hand accounts. As the available evidence consists mainly of published books freely available in repositories such as Project Gutenberg and archive.org, the focus will fall largely on a period from the 18th century to the early 20th century. The knowledge graph will inform an interface that will appeal to a wide public and that will particularly support teachers and students in educational activities and historians and musicologists researching music history, enabling the exploration and analysis of childhood musical experience through the dimensions of themes, time and space.